Fuji, these are my demands. I'll keep it quick, but these are my demands. The new X100V is about to come out in about a month's time. And I've seen a lot of people talking about what they want from it. So I'm gonna say what I want from it. I was trying to make like a dramatic sort of intro. I was hanging up my laundry and I saw this light looking really nice. And it took so long to do it. Some people think it's gonna be called the X100R, as in Roku, R for Roku. As someone who's owned the coveted X100V, I feel like I can offer some insights into how they can level up an already incredible camera. So let's get into it. As someone who's owned this for 4 years or so now, I feel like I have used it long enough to know how great it is, but also where it could just do with just a bit more, you know. Also, not to brag, when this first came out, I made a little demand of Fuji, told them to enable the ND filter.
What is the point of having an ND filter if you're not going to be able to use it in video? Like, come on guys, get your act.
Lo and behold, a few months later, they updated the firmware and they allowed it to happen. I'm not saying that I was directly involved, but there's a bit of a trend of people asking and sort of speculating and sort of fantasizing about what they would love to have in the next iteration of the X100 camera. And I thought I'd put in my 2 cents. And basically, I think this camera is damn near perfect. Like, there's so little I would change, but there are a few that I would. I'm not here asking for a full frame sensor because, let's be like, I'm not out here making ridiculous demands. Like, for those of you who ask for it, what are you doing? You have a better chance of doing literally anything else. They're not going to do it. What I think they can do, what is a bit more realistic, are 3 things. Firstly is the flash. Now, I bet a lot of you didn't even know there was a flash on the X100, on the X100V rather. But it does, and it's great, it's fantastic. It is such a great thing to have. And I don't understand why more people don't talk about it, at least the ones who do have it. But the problem with it, right, is that the recycle time is kind of slow. And I get it, it's an internal flash. You're not gonna get like pro recycle times, but sometimes the recycle time is like 5 seconds and is a bit annoying. It's just a bit annoying. So if we can reduce that down, if they could bring it down just a bit, just maybe to like 2 seconds at most, then that would be amazing. Like, that's still not pro level. It's not like an external flash though, but it's a lot faster. Because a lot of the times when you're using this camera at like parties or something, you know, a lot of times you'll give this to someone else to take a photo of you, because as a photographer, no one ever takes photos of you. So sometimes you're gonna have to hand it over, and they're just taking photos. They're like, it's not working. And then you try to explain to them, no, it's because of the flash recycle time. You just got to wait a few seconds, and then by that time, you know, once you've done explaining to them what the flash recycle time is, the shot's gone. So, yeah. Secondly, and again, I think this is pretty reasonable, is a 40 megapixel sensor, because all the other ones are getting a 40 megapixel sensor, so why can't this one get a new one, right? You know, the X-T5, the X-H2, they're getting big megapixels. So I would like that in the next one as well. And as someone who's recently become a photographer who prints his own work, you can see why people want more megapixels, because it just really shows up in the prints. So yeah, more megapixels, more better for printing. And lastly, this one's a bit weird, right? Because I don't really understand what they were thinking to begin with. This takes great video. Sometimes people forget that this is also a video camera. Not saying that I bought it for the video, but when I do need it as like a B camera, it's great to have. It can shoot f-log. It can shoot, up to 120. Like it can shoot 4K 60 or something like that. Does it? I don't know. It shoots great video. And obviously, if it shoots video, what else do you want to shoot with video? Obviously, audio. But for some insane reason, like I don't know what Fuji was thinking. Fuji put in like a mini headphone jack, not headphone, a mini jack, a mini audio jack, not a proper 3.5mm jack like every other camera ever. But they put a little teeny one, a little microscopic one, which means that you have to get a flipping adapter to use any sort of normal microphone. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you give me the ability to shoot great video, the ability to shoot log if I wanted to, but then not give me the ability to shoot with audio? Or at least a convenient way. I have to get another dongle for this? Like, why? Why did you do that, Fuji? It's either don't give me an audio jack or give me an audio jack. Don't give me like half an option. That means I have to get a separate thing to then... am I making myself clear? I think I am. Oh, and one more thing. Oh, I just thought another one. Imagine if they updated the lens, but like not just like new optics, but like gave it a faster aperture, like a 1.4. Like, I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy, but like a boy can dream, right? Imagine if they put in a 23 f1.4. I would literally pass out. I would pass out. I would need to be admitted to the hospital because that would be so unbelievably, insanely amazing. I would pass out. Yeah, that would be, I'm shooting for not the stars, I'm shooting for a whole other galaxy. That's how, but imagine if they did. Can you imagine if they did all that? A new sensor, 40 megapixels, a proper headphone jack. I know that's not going to be everyone's like burning desire, but like for me, a proper audio 3.5mm jack, because then I can use this as like a BTS, sort of camera, and I can use it for all other things. Plus a faster recycle time. Oh. And then, okay, fine. Maybe like, I just thought another thing. Maybe some other film simulation, not a big deal. I don't care. But like, imagine that, all that. But then on top of all that, a 1.4. I would be financially ruined. It would ruin me because I would be spending all my money on this new camera. And I would do it happily. Yep. So that's what I would like to see in the new X100R. If they call it that. I don't know what they're going to call it. Oh yeah, and follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to post a bit more again. Mostly on my stories and reels. Trying to give you guys like little BTS shenanigans. Yeah, that's all I have to say today. Bye.